Hi, and welcome to Happy Kitty Kitchen. Today's recipe is Cajun chicken pasta. This dish is a copycat recipe off of the Chili's Cajun chicken pasta because I like that one so much, but I want to make it at home and not resort to ordering any from outside every time I craved it. It's extremely flavorful, and after you make this at home, you won't be tempted to order from Chili's anymore. The detailed ingredients will be posted at the end of the video for you to screen capture, and they're also down below in the description box. For the detailed ingredients of making your own Cajun seasoning, please follow our video that we've posted previously, and I'll put the link up here and I'll also put the link down below. So first of all, we're going to start out by pounding the chicken. And as I've mentioned before, you do this step because you want the chicken to cook evenly, and also it will make the chicken softer. Then, in a dish that we're going to be marinating the chicken in, we're going to be adding olive oil and 2 to 3 tablespoons of the Cajun seasoning, and we're going to mix them really well before adding in the chicken. After we add in the chicken, we're going to set it aside and leave it to marinate for a minimum of half an hour. So in a pot, we're going to be adding olive oil, water. In this case, I added previously boiled water from the kettle because I was in a hurry and wanted to speed up the process, and we're going to be adding a lot of salt. Olive oil is optional, but the salt, when you're cooking pasta, you have to have salt for some reason. There's some science behind it. I don't question it. I'm going to put the pasta on a different burner and let it cook. In the meantime, I'm going to start on my chicken in a pan with olive oil, and I'm going to make sure it gets really hot before I start adding the chicken. And make sure to add all the juices that were in the marinade because those have a lot of flavor and seasoning. You don't want to lose that and throw it away. That's such a waste. Plus it's olive oil in there. So then we're going to make sure that the chicken cooks all the way through. You want to cover it up because it will retain the moisture inside the pan instead of just drying out the chicken so much. I'm going to be careful not to flip my chicken so many times, but I was just checking to see how the side was doing and if it was getting burnt or not. And don't worry about the black color, that's not burning, that's just the seasoning, because the seasoning is a red, deep red color, and that's what happens, but it's not burned from the outside. And it was still very moist and very tender. If you're unsure that your chicken has cooked through or not, take the biggest piece and cut through it just to see the inside, if it's pink or if it's white. And if it's white, you're good to go. Once the chicken is done cooking through, we're gonna put it on a plate and set it aside. But we're not going to clean that pot because that pot has the juices of the chicken and the flavor and the seasoning and a lot of goodies. And we're going to be using those goodies and taking advantage of the flavor that's in the pan and make our sauce using what's left over in that pan. Not to say that we're not going to be adding more seasoning, we definitely are, but this just adds a special kick to it too. So in the same pan, we're going to put our onions in. Just cook them on a medium-low heat and give them time to cook through until they're transparent. If you rush it too much and you start making the sauce while the onions haven't really cooked through, then what you're going to end up with is chunks of crunchy onion in your pasta. And if you like that, that's fine. But if you don't, you're gonna have to be patient and wait a bit for the onions to cook through without burning them or without them being too raw. At this point, I'm going to add in the heavy cream and stir and mix well so that all the seasonings mix well with the heavy cream. And then I'm going to give it a taste just so I can see and feel like what is it missing, what seasoning do I need to add more of. And in this case, it was a bit more of the Cajun and a bit more of the salt. Always taste as you go and season as you go. As you can see, I transferred the sauce that I have into a wok because it's just easier to mix the penne pasta with it. At this point, I did face a little bit of a problem. I realized I don't have enough sauce for the amount of pasta that I've made, but I didn't panic. What I did is that I started again with the sauce, except I didn't add in more onions. I just put in the heavy cream. There was already leftover goody juices on the pan, and what I did was add more seasoning to that heavy cream. I seasoned it really well. I let it cook down, and then I added more to the pasta. So it can be salvaged. Don't panic if you face the same predicament that I did. I'm going to give the pasta a taste and make sure it's very well seasoned. At this point, I realized, okay, I need to start adding in my cheese and just a little bit of salt because everything else tasted perfect. I'm gonna give it a really good mix over a low heat And then I'm going to start plating it, putting the pasta on the dish first, and then putting the fresh chopped tomatoes, and they have to be crunchy tomatoes, and then putting the sliced breast of chicken on top, and if you want, garnish with some parsley. And there you have it, Cajun chicken pasta. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching Happy Kitty Kitchen. Have a great day. Bye!